Hi, this is Rocky Horner, and this is a quick little video to help answer probably one of the most frequently asked questions that I get, which is, how do I set up your wave on my charts? So, of course, the wave is not a proprietary tool. I'm not about teaching you some sort of black box system or some sort of study that would require that you buy some sort of special piece of software from me. There's a lot of great pieces of software out there, but to me, I like good old-fashioned, tried and true classic charting and technical analysis, and the Wave is just something that I cooked up for myself that I find is very helpful. It's comprised, and as you can see here, the ingredients, if you will, the recipe to the Wave is right there in front of you. It's 3 exponential moving averages. Now, if on your current charting platform you cannot pull up 3 exponential moving averages, well, frankly, I don't want to put any charting platform down, but quite frankly, if you have a charting platform that can't do really some tasks as basic as this, you might want to look for another platform. There are many platforms out there, both low cost and free, that I found are excellent. In fact, I use not only eSignal Premium, which is what I'm going to use here for the example. That's probably a more higher cost, but excellent tool for folks who really want to make a go at trading real time and full time. Okay. However, there's some other excellent choices. I get eSignal Forex charts from my Forex.com account. This is also an eSignal Fed set of charting, but it's free to me, or it's free to anybody who's got an account and meets minimum requirements, and it's something very minimal. So the access is nominal, if not, nominal requirement to your trading account. The other option would be also utilizing a platform like MetaQuotes or MetaTrader 4. If you go to metaquotes.net, you can also pick up a platform that's free. It's metaquotes.net, and you can actually download the free MetaTrader 4 platform. Now, the eSignal is a little bit better platform in terms of the data. I mean, both are excellent charting platforms, but when it comes to what feeds each platform, that's where eSignal really excels, because it's pulling in from about 200 plus different contributors rather than fed by a single trading desk, which is typically the case for any of the MetaQuotes platforms that I've seen. So pick whatever you want. Maybe you've got a favorite charting platform that you can already overlay 3 exponential moving averages over. If so, great. Go with that one. So, 3 exponential moving averages. One on the high, one on the low, one on the close. They're all 34. This works across every time frame I've ever used, from 1-minute charts to 240-minute charts. Okay? Daily charts, weekly charts, monthly charts, it does not matter. For those of you that are Fibonacci aficionados, you'll notice that 34 is, yes, a Fibonacci number. I'm a big fan of Fibonacci, but that'll probably be left for another video. So let's go ahead on over to my eSignal platform, and I will show you how to set up the wave. Very simple. This is a very easy 4 chart window that you can set up. You can actually toggle the time frames to whatever you might use. You can very easily change the time frames. You can see here that I've got a 30, 60, 240, and a daily chart. Now this actually mirrors my auto chart is scanning. So the next video you'll have access to is the auto chart is scanning. But here, because we do need to find out the market cycle. So I've heard it called market cycle. I've heard it called chart cycle. I've heard it been called chart stages, market stages. Whatever the name is, I didn't invent the thing. This is something that I've read about going back into books that were written and published over 100 years ago, literally in the early 1900s, in the late 1800s. You will be surprised how much of charting, actually you shouldn't be, but most people are surprised about how much of charting dates back sometimes almost a century, if not over. Okay, there's very little new in the market. The tried and true stuff's been around for a long time, my friends. So let's go and use some moving averages here. Very simply, however it is that you bring up your moving averages, this is how we're going to set them up. So I need to put in a moving average on this chart. Again, whether you're setting this up on your TradeStation, your Metastock, your MetaQuotes, your eSignal like I'm going to do here. Whatever the platform is, just go ahead and pull up your moving average study properties window. You're going to make the length or the period, whatever they refer to it as, 34. You're going to make the first one, we can do the first sources closed. Remember, we're going to do a high and a low as well. So the first one can be closed. However you choose your exponential, go ahead and do that. I just like to make mine, a certain color and a certain width. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit thicker. Okay, so we have 134 on the close. I'm going to click OK, and you can see the lines going across here. I'm going to go ahead and do this again. I'm going to go back into that moving average because there are 3 individual moving averages here. As you can see, there's going to be 3 individual moving averages. So we're going to go ahead and set that up all by itself all over again. 34. And this time let's do it on the high. And again, make sure you click that exponential. I like to thicken up that line. And so we now have the second. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the final one. And again, you can see I'm setting these all up as individual lines because really that's exactly what they are. They are 3 individual 34 period or length moving averages. Let's do the final one now on the low. Exponential, wider thickness. I just like the bigger footprint. And there you go. That is just how easy it is to set up the wave on any chart you're using. If you're using MetaQuotes, you'll go through much the same as you're pulling up 3 different moving averages. Just make sure they're exponential and 34. Again, we use this 34 setting across all the different time frames that we trade. I have traders who use very short time frames. I have traders who use very long time frames. Works on everything because it's 34 candles or bars of that particular time frame. And what it does, and if you've attended any of my webinars, you know, or seminars, you know that we use the direction of these 3 lines to determine the current market cycle of the market. The current direction is determined by looking at the 3 lines. If you have to focus in on the middle one, fine. And just taking what we call a clock reading. Is it pointing down between 4 and 6? Is it pointing sideways at 3 o'clock? Or is it painting lines upwards and showing us more 12 to 2 o'clock reading? So you look at those 3 lines to show, almost like if you were looking at the minute hand of your watch. You're looking at a clock or a watch, and just go ahead and determine by looking at the hour hand, of your clock or watch, and it's as simple as that. So imagine that clock or watch reading 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and determine which one of those this is pointing at. Again, an uptrend is defined by these 3 pointing upwards between 12 and 2. A sideways or no trend market is 3 o'clock. And a downtrending market, like what we see here right now, is 4 to 6 o'clock. Hope this helps, and very simple way to set up the wave on any chart. Just start with the wave and start to determine your market cycles, and from there you'll better be able to see which one of your tools works better in sideways markets and in trending markets. I think that distinction alone will make a marked improvement in your trading setups. So thanks so much, and I'll leave you with the ingredients of the wave. Take care.